Hey, so if you're thinking about making a career change for yourself, but you're worried about rocking the boat or, wondering, is this the time to be doing that? Or concerned about, you've got a pretty good thing going on. Maybe it's not totally satisfying, but you don't want to ruin a good thing. This video is for you. Because over the next 4 or 5 minutes, I want to share with you the one super simple question that I have my clients answer that helps them eliminate the risk of a disruption that they don't want. My name's Anthony Kuo, and I'm a career satisfaction coach. And I spent the first 7 years of my career climbing up the corporate ladder at Fortune 500 companies. And I got really good at navigating that whole environment. And now I teach my clients who are burnt out and unhappy with what they're doing. I help them land in jobs that they're excited to wake up for. And I help them do that without blowing up their safety nets. So if you stick around for the next couple of minutes, I am going to share the one question that helps them create the change that they want without the disruption that you don't want. And I'll show you how to answer that for yourself as well. So here's the thing, right? When people think about career change, like your brain just goes off and does this like fun little thing and creates this like apocalyptic fantasy of like everything is different. Like you flip off your boss, tell everyone where to shove it, and like, boombox movie exit out of the building, and then you land in this new job where literally everything is different. New boss, new clients, new team, new cubicle, new car, whatever, right? And that's really fun to think about, right? It can be really satisfying and like cathartic to like imagine that transformation overnight. But it's also kind of anxiety inducing to think about it that way, right? Because that's a lot of change. That is so much change. And I think our minds and bodies are only designed to handle so much change. We thrive in continuity and routine. So the truth of the matter is that if you're still in your job, no matter how much you hate it, no matter how much you wish you could just pull that trigger and leave, if you're still there, it means that there's at least one thing that's working for you. It might just be only one, and it's like this tiny little thing that's holding everything together. But if it exists, you're still there. And if it wasn't, you would have already hit that eject trigger a long time ago. So it's really important to understand what that thing is, because when you imagine like everything changing, that also means like this really precious core of things that are working for you is also changing. Right? And so the one really important question that I have my clients answer is, what's the most important thing? Like one or two. What's the one or two most important things that must, at a minimum, stay the same, if not get better? Okay? And when you answer that question, it's so freeing, because then you know exactly what you're looking for. I mean, it's half of it, at least, it's when you look for your new job, you have a piece of criteria to screen it for. You can look at it and say, hey, the stability of my income is the most important thing to me. I'll put up with a lot for it, but at a very minimum, I need to be making at least the same, right? Or, another example, if you really get along with your team, you like them, they're your friends, you've become a tight social circle, and you don't want to leave them because you'll miss them, then it becomes really important that if you're going to change the rest of what you do and where you do it, it's really important to understand whether or not you get along with the team. So then you'll do that. So knowing that will enable you to ask to meet the team and make sure that you get along with them. So the question, really, really important to answer for yourself, is what is the one or two most important things that must at a minimum stay the same? in order for you to feel safe. It's at the end of the day, it comes down to feeling safe when you make your transition. And I know it can be difficult to come up with like just the one or two things, but it's really important to have it be manageable, because if you say these 20 things must stay the same, then you're just going to end up with, the only viable answer will be your same job that you already have. So what is the one or two key things, most important things that need to stay the same? And because it's kind of hard to narrow it down, I've come up with a cheat sheet that I share with my clients, and it helps them just sort of filter through, like, okay, this is the most important thing. And I'd like to share that with you. So if you want it, just please drop a comment in the section below, and I will reply and send it to you. So you can have the change that you want, and you don't need to blow things up to have it. So answer that question. What's the most important thing that must stay the same? Answer it for yourself, and that will be the first step for you to create that change while still maintaining a solid base.